The road to WrestleMania starts a week from tonight, the 2022 Royal Rumble. I've got all the predictions. Let's go. Happy Saturday, everyone. January 22nd, 2022. Welcome to the Figure 4 podcast. My name is Doug, and as I said in the intro, I've got predictions for next week's Royal Rumble, top to bottom, the Royal matches themselves, and the card. It's going to be a fantastic pay-per-view. We're going to break everything down, and I'm going to throw out a few things that you're going to think there's no way it's going to happen, but hey, this is professional wrestling. Anything can happen. So strap in, sit back, and let's get to the 2022 Royal Rumble. So the first match I'm going to get to is the WWE Championship match. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. First time meeting. It's hard to believe that the stars these two were in their careers, this is the very first time they're meeting at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship. Now, this match is going to be nothing but brute power, brute force. Who's the toughest? They'll be swinging from the fences to connect with punches on each other. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, and I'll explain why in a bit. Believe it or not, there is a method to my madness. Brock Lesnar is winning this match. Now, if you listened to my last episode, I said that the WWE no doubt has plans for Bobby Lashley, but I truly believe that these plans are going to be put on hold. I think Brock Lesnar is winning this match, and he's going to go to WrestleMania as the WWE champion. Now, the match itself, like I said, it's going to be all power. It's going to be, can you top this? There's going to be a couple of big spots there where Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley are going to hit some kind of power move. It's just going to be a brute force match. Don't look for any finesse in this match. But I'm taking Brock Lesnar to go over, and he's going to WrestleMania as the WWE champion. The second match I'm going to go over is the Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Now, again, the last pay-per-view, Roman Reigns was out because of a positive COVID test. He couldn't compete, so they threw Brock Lesnar in the match. Brock Lesnar in the WWE title match, and of course, Brock Lesnar wins the WWE title. But Seth Rollins, and again, I'm going to go back. This is going back to Brock Lesnar winning. If Brock Lesnar was not going to win his match against Bobby Lashley, I could possibly take Seth Rollins beating Roman Reigns somehow. Maybe Kevin Owens gets in there and helps Seth Rollins win the Universal title. That's not going to happen, folks. I'm telling you right now, Roman Reigns is going to win. He's going to go to WrestleMania as the Universal Champion. And now bear with me here. I believe, and I said in my last episode, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar is going to be champion versus champion, title for title. That's what I really believe. You know what? Now this is what I'm thinking. Once we go through the Rumble match itself, I'll tell you why. And it's been a long time since we've had a champion versus champion, title for title, and it actually meant something. And it's an interesting. You're going to think it's an interesting scenario I'm going to throw at you. So stay tuned. You'll see where my madness is going. The next match, Miz and Maurice, I just about called her Morris, versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. Now, this is kind of like a popcorn match to me. It's kind of like, yeah, all right, go get your drinks, go get your burger, your pizza, your popcorn. It's not going to be, oh my God, what a great, fantastic match. Now, it is going to be cool to see Beth Phoenix back in the ring again. She still looks great. But this is just going to be I'm not going to say a squash match, but with Beth coming back, I mean, she's not going to be coming back to a full-time schedule. This is kind of like just a one and done, I think. Maybe once a year she might come back and do an appearance. But I truly believe that Edge and Beth are winning this match. They're not going to bring her back for one match to have her lose. It just doesn't make sense. And especially with Maurice, I mean, she's probably going to have what she usually does, have a brick in her purse, or, there'll be some kind of cheating going on. But Miz and Maurice are not going to win this match. It's going to be Edge and Beth. Beth's going to show that she's still just as quick. She's just as powerful as she was when she left the WWE. Edge is going to look good, but and as I said on my other episode, Edge is getting up there. He's lost a step or two. He's still fantastic, still a great entertainer. But him and Miz both are up there. It's, again, it's going to be a popcorn match. No disrespect to either one of any of them in that match, but it's just going to be, I think it's more a filler match. There are people that can't stand Miz as a entertainer and Edge as Edge. I think everybody has always loved Edge and everyone has always loved Beth Phoenix, but they're not going to, again, like I said, they're not going to bring Beth in just to go down and lose to Miz and Maurice. So the winners, I'm taking Edge and I'm taking Beth Phoenix. All right, the next match is for the Raw Women's Championship. It's going to be Becky Lynch versus Doudrop. Now, I think this is going to be a pretty entertaining match. Big Time Bex has proved that she can go. She has been a good champion. Doudrop is, you know what? I like this girl. It's about time because they've had some bigger ladies in the women's division. Like, look at Tamina. They haven't really done anything with her, and that woman should be running roughshod all over the entire women's division. So maybe Doudrop can come in and be a player. But in this match, I am going to take Becky Lynch. I think that it's a setup for her. I mean, Bianca Belair is always going to be in the title picture. And, she's going to be there between now and WrestleMania every now and then. But I am going to pick Becky Lynch. And I am expecting a lot out of Doudrop. She's going to give Becky a good run. Becky's definitely going to know that she was in a wrestling match when this is all said and done at the Royal Rumble. But it's going to be a good match. But again, I'm taking Big Time Bex at the end of this match. All right, now we're getting into the meat and potatoes. The Men's Royal Rumble match. Now, what's awesome is Johnny Knoxville from Jackass was the first man to say he was entering the 2022 Royal Rumble. That alone is just awesome, and I love it. It makes me laugh. This is going to be such an entertaining match. Now, that being said, I can't see them, whatever number he picks, I can't see them putting him in the beginning, even in the middle. I say Johnny Knoxville's going to come in around number 20, 22, something like that. He's not, I mean, the guy's 50 years old. Come on. He's not going to be in the Royal Rumble early, and it's going to be very, very short and sweet, what he does in the Rumble. Now, the participants in the Men's Royal Rumble: Johnny Knoxville, as I mentioned, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, Rey and Dominic Mysterio, Austin Theory, Sheamus, Damian Priest, AJ Styles, Big E, Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss. I want those two guys gone. I can't stand either one of them. Sami Zayn, Kofi Kingston, Kevin Owens. Now, so we got how many? I don't know. I didn't count it right off. Like 16, whatever it is. Now, they're going to have other guys show up, probably from the NXT brands. Probably some former stars, same as what the women's division is doing. They brought in former stars, but maybe in the Men's Royal Rumble, they're keeping it a secret. And there's also the possibility of that forbidden door that everyone talks about. Maybe other wrestlers coming in from different brands. I can totally see it. Now, here's a prediction. I do say that there's going to be at least one wrestler from AEW show up, and that's either Cody Rhodes or Chris Jericho. I'm saying it right now. Remember the date. Remember the time you heard this. I'm saying Cody Rhodes or Chris Jericho is going to show up. Now, you're not going to see anyone like Jon Moxley. You're not going to see CM Punk. Not a chance in hell would Vince McMahon let those guys back in. Cody and Jericho? Possibly. I can totally see it. But remember, I said it first, so don't be surprised if you're listening to this. Oh, Cody's there. Hey, I called it. Now, as for the winner of the Men's Royal Rumble, I am going to say Kevin Owens is going to win the 2022 Royal Rumble. You know who I would love to see win it because he's entertaining. I don't think he'd have a very good run. I'd love to see Sami Zayn win the Royal Rumble. It ain't going to happen. but I can totally see Kevin Owens winning that Royal Rumble on the men's side anyway. And now I'm going to go backtrack a little bit here, and I'm going to talk about the first two matches that I discussed. Brock Lesnar going over in his match and his WWE Championship match against Bobby Lashley, and Roman Reigns going over and he's going to win and go into WrestleMania as a Universal Champion. Now, I said in my last episode that these two guys are going to fight at WrestleMania for almost a unified championship. I'm calling that right now. Now, how would that work? Because, well, the winner of the Royal Rumble gets a title match at WrestleMania. Well, I think that's still going to happen, but now hear me out. Here's a possibility. Roman and Brock fight. They unify the championships at WrestleMania. Whoever wins the Royal Rumble, they fight the winner of that championship match, or whoever it may be. Like, I mean, anything could happen. We'll say hypothetically that Roman and Brock do fight. The match ends up in a countout or disqualification. Well, either title can change in that situation. So Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens, Kevin Owens is my pick, or whomever wins the Royal Rumble can still pick whoever they want to fight, or even if the title is unified, they still get that shot at WrestleMania. Now, if, like I was saying before, if Roman and Brock fight, the winner, whoever wins that match, takes on the winner of the Royal Rumble. So the champion is going to fight twice at WrestleMania, if you follow me at all. I kind of rambled there and went off a little bit. But that's what I think. I think at WrestleMania, it's going to be Brock and Roman, title, champion versus champion, title for title. And then the winner is going to take, and then whoever is going to take on the winner of the Royal Rumble at WrestleMania. That's what I think. And again, my pick is Sami Zayn. I'm looking at, I mean, you look at the roster, I understand why they have to. I don't know why tag teams bother going in the Royal Rumble, because member of tag teams never win it. It's just frustrating. It's just fillers. But again, like I said, we've only got 15, 16 guys announced now. We're still a week away, but they're saving spots for veterans, former stars, the Forbidden Door, and it's going to be NXT brand. So yeah, that's my predictions on the men's part of the 2022 Royal Rumble. And finally, the women's Royal Rumble match. So the participants are Carmella, Dana Brooke, Nikki Ash, Queen Zelina, Rhea Ripley, Tamina, Aliyah, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Natalya, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi. She took some slack in the media there a little bit ago. Shotzi, Brie Bella, Lita, Nikki Bella, Kelly, Michelle McCool, Mickie James, Summer Rae, Bianca Belair, and Liv Morgan. This is going to be I'm looking almost more to the women's Royal Rumble match than the men's Royal Rumble match. Right off the bat, I'm going to pick who I think is going to win. It's definitely going to be Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan has proven she's a player. I'm a big fan of Liv Morgan. I think the only reason she hasn't won the title yet is because they want to give her a WrestleMania moment. I say that's why in my prediction with the Raw Women's Championship match, I took Big Time Bex to go over because they're setting her and Big Time Bex and Liv up at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship. And I'm going to say right off the bat, I say Liv's going to win the title at WrestleMania. Here's now in the women's match, here's something else to keep in mind. Been a long time since we've seen Michelle McCool. Where you see Michelle McCool, you see The Undertaker. And don't be surprised if in some way, shape, or form, Taker doesn't make an appearance. Maybe he possibly could be an entrant in the Royal Rumble. You never know. Anything can happen. But if Michelle McCool is going to be there, you can almost bet money that Taker is going to be involved in WrestleMania somehow. The Bella Twins back again. Yes, I agree with you. I wish they would just stay away, but unfortunately we can't have that. I can't see them lasting. No, I shouldn't say that. I can see them lasting long in the Royal Rumble, but don't worry, folks. They're not going to win. At least I pray to God Vince is smart enough to not let them win. I think it's going to be the same. I think the women's Royal Rumble match has more participants announced than the men's do so far. But I think it's going to be basically set up the same. You're going to see more former talent come in, other than what they have advertised. You're going to see NXT brand wrestlers come in, and I think you're good. And again, there's possibility of that Forbidden Door also being open too. So I think it's going to be similar to the men, but I am looking forward, like I said, to this Royal Rumble match almost a little bit more than the men. Hey, maybe we'll get lucky and the Bellas are going to eliminate each other. Like, I just want to see one of them turn on the other, and then one's going to yell from the floor, and then while the other one's in the ring, she's not paying attention, she gets thrown over the top rope too. Hey, we can only hope and pray, right? And by the way, as it pertains to the Royal Rumble, don't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised anyway. Nothing surprises me in professional wrestling anymore, especially since they started talking about that Forbidden Door. But don't be surprised if... I have a feeling Braun Strowman is going to be back. I really believe Braun is going to be back, and he's going to be a surprise entrant in the men's Royal Rumble. Don't ask me why. I just think it could possibly happen. And with that, folks, that concludes this episode of the Figure 4 podcast. Thanks for coming and listening and hanging out with us. Royal Rumble's next week. It's going to be a gooder. You've heard my predictions. Hey, let me know what yours are. Email's in the description. Until next time, my name is Doug, and I'm out.